Hi friends, this is Manish Pandey. Welcome back. Today in this tutorial we are going to learn about the PDF invoice extraction. You can see the images here. We have the invoice and we are going to search the data and we are going to extract only a specific data which we need or which we want to extract, and we'll export the PDF data to Excel in UiPath. It means we'll extract a specific data from the invoice like invoice number, invoice date, invoice amount, and the person which the invoice is going to send, and and there are few details also we are going to extract, and then we'll write all this data to the Excel file. So I know that guys you are waiting for this video, and I have received lots of email and comments to make this video for you. So now this is the time we are going to learn this. So first I will show you how it will work and what is going to fetch the data and how it will write the data to the Excel file, and based on that I will show you practically. Okay, so first I am going to open the Invoice Tex Project and I will run that project and I will show you. You can see here I have taken here 3 invoices. You can check here one by one, and all these invoice has the invoice number, date, customer ID, terms, and the bill to, it means the person. So we'll take this person name and the total amount, right? So this is the invoice sample like format, and all this invoice is in the same format, and just the data is different, like invoice numbers and the date, customer ID, amount, and the person. These are the data are different. So we are going to fetch all this data from the different PDFs from the invoice, and then we'll write here in the Excel file. You can see here I have created one Excel file, the name invoice data, and the sheet name is sheet 1, and I have put the name like invoice number should be written here, invoice date, customer ID should be written here, terms, bill to, it means the person name, and the total amount will write here. Okay, so currently for the demo purpose I have taken only 3 PDF files. If you have, then you can run on the multiple PDFs like more than 50, 100, it's up to you. Okay, so we don't have any data here. Now I'm going to close this, just save and close this, and then I will close all these PDFs here. And you can see here in this project I have taken one completed invoice folder, so that what will happen after extracting the data and writing to the invoice data, it will move the PDF files to the completed invoices. Like let's say if first invoice data has been extracted, then it will be moved to the completed invoices folder. So without any delay, let me show you the demo. The project name is PDF invoices data extraction. Okay, so let me run this using Control F5. So it will open PDFs one by one, and you can see here, and you have seen here the prompt. I will tell you about this while showing you how can we create this. Then I will tell you about this prompt, why I am selecting this, I will tell you later. So you have seen here first file has been closed, and this has been also moved to the completed invoice folder. So one by one it will open the PDF files, and then it will capture the data, and then it will move to the completed folder, and then at the end, after completing all these PDF files, it will write the data to the Excel file. Okay, so now this has been done. Now let me open the Excel file here, and you can see here the data. Invoice number is 2170, this one 3031, and this is different, and then based on that it is writing all these details. Let me show you the PDF files here. This has been moved to now completed invoices. Let me open invoice 1 and let me show you. So invoice number 2170. You can see here 2170, the first number. So it will write the data in the same order. It will read here 2170, then invoice date, this is the invoice date, and then 279 is the customer ID, and then this is the terms, that is net 30 days, this one, and then this is the bill to, like the person name, this one Millicent Evosine, and this is the total amount 1725. You can see here 1725. Same as this, we have the another invoice numbers, and this has the different value 3031. You can see here 3031. Okay, and the amount 650. So let me show you the last 650. Okay, close all this tab, and you have seen here the data has been extracted and written to the Excel file. Now close this and save this so that I can show you how can we do this. So let me close the Excel file, and let me move again these completed files to the invoices folder so that we can reuse these files again. Okay, so now you can see here in the UiPath project. Let me first comment this, and then we'll take a different one. So we'll take here one sequence, and let me connect this with the start node, and let me delete this. Okay, so this is so let me first cut this and start here, and then start as set as start node, and just let me paste this commented sequence, right? And I'm just going to change the sequence name, and this is PDF extraction project, PDF data extraction project. And now here in the sequence, first we need to open the PDF files, right? So to open the PDF file, first we need the path, and the file names we need to collect, like so which file name we need to open. So for that we need to take one assign activity here, and then we need one variable, that is files or PDF files something. Let me check I have that variable here or not. Okay, so it's not there, so I will write here Control K, and I will say here PDF files, and then I will write here directory dot get files, and then once you will write the open and close bracket, it's showing here the function directory dot get files and path as a string. So it means we need a location of the files where the location is located. So path, we can take one assign activity, and for the path we can write here path. Okay, so we'll write here PDF path, and then we need to pass here the path, or you can directly pass here in the double quotation, we can directly pass the complete path of the location, that file name. So currently we have the files available in this folder. So you can see here, if the file location is inside the project folder, because this is the project folder PDF extraction, so if this location, this PDF files folder is inside this project folder, then we can just take this name, copy this, and in the double quotation we can just pass this. Okay, and if this location, this folder is somewhere else, then we need to take the complete path, and then we need to write there. So either you can directly write that path here in the double quotation, or you can take this variable. So I'm just taking this variable here, and you can see here the PDF path is currently generic value, but that can be a string. We can change, and then we have the PDF files. Let me write here, that is PDF path, then comma. So why I'm putting here comma? Because I just want to write here search pattern as a string. So search pattern means I just want to pick the files which is PDFs. The extension is .pdf. So what will I do? That should be as a string. You can see here search pattern as a string. So in the double quotation I will write here star dot PDF. So it will just pick the files which has the extension .pdf. So now what will happen? Once this activity will be executed, we'll have the list of files in this variable. So it means this variable should have the capacity to store all the file names. Like this variable should be a collection of files, the array of files names, right? So that's why we have the variable PDF files. So the variable type should be collection of string, or you can say array of string. So we'll take here array of string. So now we have the files, list of files in this variable, and now we can use this variable to open files like PDF files. Okay, now we need to open the PDF files. So for that we have to take a for each activity, this one. So it will take this one and we'll just change this name item to file. It means we'll open the each file, we'll get the each file from this list of PDF files, right? And then also make sure click on this, and in the type argument object must be selected, and then in the body we need to write the activity to open the PDF files, because now you can see here in the file we have the one file, because in PDF files we have the collection of files, and now using this one we are getting one file here. So in file we have one PDF file name. Then we'll take here start process. So why are we taking a start process? So this will help us to open the PDF file, and here in the first we can type the file. This is the variable, because we are getting the file name here, and that is a toString, because currently this is taking as an object, and now we are converting this as a string, because you can see here it shows that this text must be quoted. It means that should be a string. So that's why we are converting this file to .toString. So now here it will open the PDF files. Now we can also, because we are going to automate this, so manually we need to open the PDF files, because here it will open the PDF file. So after opening the PDF files, what we need to do? So after opening the PDF files we need to capture the data. Okay, so we need to capture the invoice numbers and date, all these things. Currently let's say we are going to read this data and we are closing this, and then again we are opening the another PDF. Then you can see here the location of the PDF, the position is showing on bottom, so this will not be readable. So what we need to do, we have to go on top, because we are going to read this invoice number, date and all these details which is on top. So first we need to take one activity to send this page to on top, right? So how can we do that? So let's say we have the page down, and now if we'll paste page up, so page up will send this page to up. So that's why we need to take one activity, that is send hotkey. Okay, so we'll take this. Okay, so after starting the process, how can we send the hotkey? So first we need to use this PDF file. It means we need to attach that window. So we'll take one attach window here. and then we'll indicate on the screen. Let's say we have the PDF files, this one. Let me maximize this, and then we need to indicate on the screen. You can indicate here, and now you can see here the selector, and we can do one thing. We can just keep here invoice, and then from end we can delete this Adobe Acrobat, because let's say if you are going to use Foxit or any other PDFs, then this title will be different. Currently I am using Adobe Acrobat Reader DC. If you are using something different, then this line will be different, so that's why I am putting a star. So you can also use this same. Now save this, and let me show you one thing here. Currently I am getting here validate. It means this is valid. So selector is valid, it will work fine. Now we can move this send hotkey in the do section, because after attaching this window, what we need to do, we need to send the hotkey to this PDF files, and what key will send the page up. So page up will take from here, page up, and then after sending the page up, once it will go up here, then sometime what happens, because we need to take care for the future also. Let's say sometime what happens, your PDF in the size of 47 or 50, and you have closed this, and again you are running this board, and if it's opening the PDF files, then size will be the same, 47. So sometime it can make the errors, it can throw the error. So that's why always we need to do one thing. We can set this page as a fit page. So for that, what we can do, we can press Ctrl 1 from the the number side. We can press Ctrl 1, so automatically it will set this page size as a 100%, like actual page. So that's why after sending this document, this page to up, we can take one more send hotkey activity, and we'll send this. We'll press Ctrl and we'll take num1. So it will press Ctrl num1 on the PDF files, so it will set this page in 100%, so that both will be also able to read this data correctly. Let's say if you are going to use the activity to click on this invoice numbers, date, then sometime what happens, it is not able to read this data, right? Because it shows that we are not able to click on this UI element, we are not able to click on this UI element. So that's why we have the option that is called a reading option. Like how can we, you can see here in the edit, we have the accessibility, and then we have the option change reading option. So by using this, we can change the reading option of this PDF, and then we can use, or we can select any element which we need. Okay, so I think you will able to understand why I am using this. So I will show you later about this. So we have the list of option here: infer reading order from document, left to right, top to bottom, and use reading order in raw, print stream, and the tagged reading order. So we will use here only two things: infer reading and the tagged reading, because only with the use of these two options we can automate our this invoice PDF files. So first time I will start with this tagged reading order. So it will allow you to select this invoice number, this number, date, and terms, and this bill to. Okay, so for that we need to take one send hotkey activity. So instead of taking this send hotkey and like press Control Shift 5 and then select the tag reading and then press start, like, because every time, because I will show you why I'm going to tell you about this, because every time we require this. So what we can do, I have created one workflow for this. Let me show you. Let me delete this send hotkey, and you can see here in the project I have taken this tagged reading order and the infer reading order. So in the tagged reading order, I have just taken a attach window and then I am using a send hotkey and passing Control Shift 5, number 5, so it will open this prompt, and then after that I have taken here a send hotkey and passing here T. So what will happen, if we'll press here T, it will select the tagged. Let me just click this, and I am pressing T from the keyboard, then it will select the tagged reading order. So I have taken this send hotkey, and after that I am clicking on start on this one, and then it will allow you to read this or click on this elements, UI elements. Okay, so I have taken these 3 activities, that is send hotkey and click buttons. So I will just do one thing, I will use the same tagged reading order here. It means I will invoke this workflow. You can directly drag and drop this, it will make this invoke workflow, or you can like delete this or take the invoke workflow from here. Invoke workflow from here, and then you can like click on this and you can select this tagged order. Okay, so this is the same, but here we need to change the name and all these things. So that's why you directly go to the project files here and I drag and drop this workflow file here. So it will show invoke tagged reading order workflow. So we don't need to import any arguments because we don't have, we are just passing the send hotkey to the PDF files. So it will just click on this, it will press the Control Shift 5 and it will pass the T, it will select this and then click on start. Okay, so now let me show you one thing. Let's say if we have Control Shift 5 and if we have the infer reading, then let me save this and let me show you what is the difference between this. So let me take one activity, that is get text activity. I'm just putting here for the to show you. Let me click on this, and if you are going to click on this name, then we are not able to select this. It's taking the whole names, like the name and the address, phone numbers, email ID, all these things, right? So this is the issue. So how can we resolve this issue? So, and let me click here, it's working fine, it's working fine, it's working fine. And if I'm going to the page down, you can see here it's capturing the name, this amount, fine, right? But only the issue with the this bill to this person name. So how can we capture this? You can see here I am not able to capture the only one main road. It can like it's able to only capture the both things, one main road and Johannesburg, but this is the problem, right? So that's why we have the, let me show you, we have the option Control Shift 5 and we can press T, so tagged reading order, and now you can just click on this indicate and you can see here it is allowing you to select this name, right, separately. Now you can select anything, separate name you can select, one main road and this one, this one, this one, this one. But now you can see here, if I'm going to again select this amount, then it is capturing from here to at the last. So this will make an error. So that's why this amount will work just in a tagged order, and this name will work with the in for reading order. Right? Now I believe you got that why I am going to use this tagged order and in for reading only for this. So sometimes what happens, person do not know, like they don't know that why I'm not able to take this UI element, why I'm not able to take this UI element. And sometimes what happens, you will try to take this, then also you will get this error. If you'll go here, page down, and if you'll try to capture this, let's say if you are capturing this way using tagged order, then what will happen? You will get error, or like you will not get error, but you will get the value of this one, or sometime you can get this value like the dash, or you can get this one also. So that's why, to avoid this issue, we have the two options. We need to take two options based on the requirements. So let me delete this. So first time we need to capture these things like this 4 and the 5. So that's why I am going to take this tagged reading order. So only with the use of this it is possible to extract those data. Okay, now we need to extract this data. So for that we need to take the anchor base. Otherwise this is the best practice to use the anchor base. Otherwise you can get an error also in the second PDF or third PDF. So now we are going to take here, first I am going to take here a sequence, and I will change the name extract data, and then I will put here the anchor base. And now let me change the name. So first I am going to fetch here invoice number. So this anchor base is for the invoice number. And now we'll take here a find elements, because first time we need to find the element. So let's say we need to find the element of this UI element we are going to find, and based on this we'll get this invoice number. So we'll click on this and we'll click on this invoice number. And now we need to click on the selector, and like you can see here we have lots of thing here. We can remove these things. We can just leave the first line, that is window app equal to like this top level selector, and we can just keep this, the control name, invoice number, and the role text, and rest of these selector we can delete. And you can validate this. You can see here this is fine, and to check it's working fine or not, you can click on highlight. So it is showing you here that this is highlighting, then it means it is correct. Now you can press control like OK, save this, and now we need to capture this number. So for that we need to take a get text activity. So it will extract the text from the elements. We'll click on this, and then we'll just click on this 2170. Okay, now you can see the selector of this. This has just control role equal to text, and this has control name equal to invoice number and role equal to text. Now in the output value we can pass here invoice number. So we have the variable here invoice number, and the variable is, the type is string. So all this variable type is string. Now save this, and one more thing I am going to show you here. So this is called the best practice also. or this will help you to avoid the future errors. Okay, so see this carefully. Let's say if we have the invoice number here and we have the value 2170 here. So I'm not saying that this will not work. This will work or this will not work. So if you are going to fix the issue permanently, then what we need to do? So you can click on this anchor base activity and you can see here in the properties of anchor position, this is showing auto. So what will happen, anytime it can take the data from anywhere. Let's say if you are writing here invoice number here, and it can take the value from this also, or it can take this value also, it can take this value also, or it can take this value also. So to avoid this issue, to ignore this error, we need to click on this here and we just need to change the anchor position to top. Now you can see here anchor position has been changed, and now invoice number is on top and the value is on bottom. It means first it will search the invoice number label on top, and then it will extract the data the bottom of this invoice number, right? Because you can see the same order, invoice number on top and the value here on top. It will search and then value it will capture here. Same as this, we have the date and then this. So we need to set all this like date, customer ID, terms and the bill to in the same anchor position, that is top. Now close this, not like this, but let me, and now we'll take another anchor base activity, and this is for let me take invoice date, and then again we'll take a find element and then get text activity. So find element, we'll click on this and click on the date, and again we can click on this selector and just remove these 3 lines. This is not required because sometimes it can throw an error because of these 3 lines. And you can see here in the title we have a star and invoice template and a star, and we have the control name date and role equal to text. Now press OK, save this, and now we can click on the get text and we can click on this date and then click on this anchor, change the position to the top, and click on this text and then click on value and take this invoice date, save this. Okay, so 2 things done. Same way you have to take another anchor base activity and you can put this in the sequence, and this is for customer ID, so you can see here I am capturing this data only in the option that is tagged reading order, not in the infer. Okay, so you have to also make sure while capturing the selector, capturing the records, if you are capturing this data in the infer, then it can throw an error, it may throw an error. So that's why only keep this in a tagged reading order option and then extract the data. Now customer ID, find element, get text. Now click on find element, click on the customer ID, change the selector, delete this, and validate this. Now click OK. Get text, get this customer ID, put this value, the variable, and that is customer ID, because I already have this variable name available here. Now same as this invoice date, we need to change the anchor position to the top. Now close this. Now we need to take another anchor base for the terms. We'll write here terms, and we'll take a find element and click on this terms, and then change the selector, delete this. So I'm just deleting this because this is not required and it can throw an error in future. And now take a get text activity, click on this and click this net 30 days. Save this and put the name, variable name, that is terms. And again you can click on this terms, change the position and keep it at the top. And then we need to take another anchor base activity for the bill to, it means the person name. And for that we'll take one find element and one get text activity. Now find element will click on this bill to, it means this is our anchor, will extract the data based on this bill to, and change the selector, like modify the selector. Validate this. So once it is green, it means this is valid. Save this, click on this and click on this text, the element which you need to extract. So we need to extract this name. Now save this, click on this bill to the anchor position and change from top, and select the variable name, that is bill to. So let me check here, I don't think we have this variable available here or not. Okay, so we don't have that, so we'll take here Control K and bill to. We can change this to generic to string, and we can put here PDF extraction, same as this. And now let me just make sure we have the terms. Okay, now this is done and this is done. Now we need to this is done. Now just we need to fetch this total amount. So for that I have created this tagged like info reading order. So I will just drag and drop this info reading order. And one more thing, because before using this I need to because you have seen here, first time we are on the top and then we need to send this page to the down. So first time if you are pressing here one time page down, then it's going here, and then one more time it's going here. So we can take here 2 times to send hotkey, and we'll press page down. So we'll take here send hotkey here, and let me indicate here on the top, and we'll send here page down. So we'll select from here page down. And so we can copy this and we can paste this one more time. So we have the 2 page down. After like pressing the page down 2 times, we are using here info reading order. I'm going to show you about the info reading order, what we are just doing here, so that you can also do in your project. I'm just using attach window and just taking the element of the invoice and then sending a hotkey of Control Shift num5 like 5. So it will open that. Let me show you. It will open this prompt, and here you can see I have selected this this reading order combo box, and then I'm passing here I in the small. So once we'll select the press the I, it will select this info reading order from document. Okay, and then we are taking a click button activity and clicking on the start. So once we'll click on the start, then this page will set for a reading option as a info reading, and then we'll go here, and now we will take let me close this, and now here we'll take a anchor based activity to now read the total amount. Let me change here the name, that is total amount, and I will take a find element and then one get text activity, and then click on the find element and then click on this UI element of total, and then again click on the selector, remove all this selector, validate this and press OK. Now click on the get text, and now you can see here it is just capturing the amount, that is 1725, and earlier when the option was tagged order, it was selecting the whole from here to this, but now it's capturing only this amount. Now this is done. Save this, and just in the get text just put the variable name as a total amount, and you don't have to do anything now. And now just click on this anchor, and same as that, now you can see here our position is, this is a left side and this is right, so our anchor is left side. So now we'll click on this anchor and now click on this anchor position, and instead of auto or instead of top, we will click on this left. So it will always consider that UiPath will get the anchor as a total from the left side, and this is the right side. And now this is done. We are able to capture the data. Now we have captured and stored the data in the variable, and now we need to write all this data to the Excel file. So before that, we will close this PDF file so that it will open another PDF files also. So for that, we'll take a close application and we'll just click here, put here, and then indicate element and click on this. So this will just close this PDF every time. Now close this, and after closing this PDF, we need to write this data to the Excel file, and we need to move that PDF file to the completed folder. So now we need to move that folder and write that data to the Excel file. So to write the data to the Excel file, first we need to read the Excel in which we have the column names. So for that, we will first read the Excel file. So let me take here a read range activity, and we'll take this from the workbook read range. I will drag and drop this here, and the workbook path will be this invoice data and seat, and I will remove this is not required, and I will take the data table as a invoice date dt, control K invoice dt. Now save this and click on this add headers. Always check this so that it will consider the first row as a header, the column names. And now after capturing the data, we will take one add row items. Here you can see here we have the add data row. So add data row will add the data to the rows, like in the data table, because we have read the data and stored in the data table. So we'll take this and write here, and you can see here as an input we need to pass here invoice dt. So this is the data table we have captured, and now in the array row you can see here in array row we need to pass all the names. So based on the Excel format, you can see here invoice data we have the invoice number, and then invoice date, customer ID, terms. So we'll go here and we'll write here invoice number comma invoice date comma customer ID comma terms comma bill to comma total amount, and then we need to capture this in the open close curly braces. Okay, now save this. Now again you can see here in add data row you have to click on this array of row, and then you can write all this variables name which is you have taken to get the value from the get text. You can write here. So I have taken in the same order invoice number, date, customer ID, terms, bill to, and total amount. Now this is done. Save this, and after that we need to write this also, because now we have added to the data table, and now we need to write to the data table also. So how can we do that? So for that we need to take one let me take this here. So now we need to take here write range activity, so it will write the data table here, invoice data sheet 1, and the data table is invoice dt. Now save this, and after that we need to move each files to the folder. How can you move that? Let me take one more assign activity, and this is for move the PDF files. So we'll take a PDF folder for the processed folder, processed path, and then we'll write the folder name. So what is the folder name? Folder name is the completed invoice. Copy this, and as I already told you that this folder is inside the project folder, so that's why we'll just put that folder name in the double quotation. And let me check here the processed path is created or not. So again I am going to create this processed path. Okay, so this is already exist. Let me check here in the variables, invoice processed path, change the name to the string and put here processed path, save this, and now at the end let me go here and we'll take here one move files. Let me check here, we have the move file. Okay, we have the move file, so we can use here before writing the data to the Excel file. So we have the file name in the file dot toString, and now we need to pass the destination. So destination is the path, that is a folder name, that is processed path. So what will happen, it will take one file and move to this folder, and you can select this overwrite. If it is already there, then it will overwrite there. Now save this, and now this is done, everything is done. Now just go to PDF extraction, save this and close this Excel file, save and close, and let me run this, and you can see here okay. So first PDF data has been extracted and written to the Excel file and closed. Now second has been opened, and this is also going to extracted, and then this will be closed again. Okay, done. Now third file will be opened, right. Now this is done and the data has been captured, and let me show you data has been written to the Excel file or not, and it had been moved to completed invoices or not. So you can see here it has been moved, and now the final, that is Excel file, you can open here, and now you can see here. Okay, so data is like written here from the A1, and what is the issue here? You know what is the problem? First you can see here the data is written correctly, but the problem is if you'll go to the write range activity at the end, let me show you, we have to select this add headers, otherwise it will remove the headers and it will start writing from A1. So previously what was there in the A1, that the invoice number, right? So make sure while writing the data to the Excel file, you are checking this add header option checkbox, otherwise this will be deleted. Or you can put here B1, so it will start from B1, right? Now save this, and you can see here the data has been captured 217030315536. This is the different date, this different customer ID, terms, the name and the amount, right? So I hope you like this video, and this is going to be very helpful for you. Next time, like, I will tell you about the scanned PDF images. I will take few scanned images, and then I will show you how to capture the data from the scanned PDF also, because this is the just a PDF. It has the like option to select the UI element, but in the scanned PDF we'll see we are getting the option to capture the UI element or not, and how can we capture these data. Please press the like button, because I am getting very less likes on my videos, and please subscribe if you have not subscribed, and if you have any question then please comment on video, or you can send me an email on uipathR@gmail.com. and now also I have shared my LinkedIn URL, so you can in the post, so you can click on that, or you can find me there and you can follow me. You can send me a request, I will connect. Thank you so much friends, thank you for watching this video.